video series where they chat about books. So we're going to do some intro music for that video series. So we have Wild Things here. Say hi, Wild Things.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, so yeah, tell us a little bit about this book series.
So we started Bram's Presser back last year, sort of
Presser
still on the
means
tail end.
press release,
Yes,
right?
so a
Okay.
presser. So yeah, every day here during COVID, we had a presser where the Victorian Premier would come up and say how many cases of COVID there were, which dictated, how many restrictions there would be. So it became a real thing, and waiting for that number all the time. And we wanted something else to focus on, and I really like Bram Presser. He's he's a great writer.
Oh, his name is Bram Presser.
His real name is actually Bram Presser,
Okay,
and he's
cool.
a Jewish punk rocker, come lawyer, come writer, and figure in the literary industry. So he's a really amazing person to just be around vibe-wise. And I was like, how do I harness this? And he runs a blog that's popular. Everyone likes his opinions, and I don't read as much as him, and I don't have as many opinions. And so I wanted to capture what he had,
So
that
you're
I
kind
could
of
get on.
interviewing him and getting his take on books.
Yeah, I'm just like the host of. Um, what did you have every week there? When you were a kid, did you have a music show every week? Like we had one called Countdown, or I
Oh
think in the
yeah,
UK
Countdown.
there
That's
was
like
like
an English show, right?
right. Oh, okay, they might have had it there too. Or there
Yeah,
was like pop stuff. Every week the chart music used to be up and people used to get on stage and someone would
maybe.
recommend
I have pretty
records, that
big
kind of
gaps in
thing.
my pop culture knowledge, actually. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's talk about
So
the vibe of the music. What are you thinking for the intro music for this interview series?
given that he was a punk rocker, it has to be kind of a little more um, rock, because I don't think I can quite do punk, if that makes sense. Like I don't want
Sure.
it to be a punk soundtrack. And the one that I have is just very much a standard, as something from, GarageBand, that's got just lots of, it's kind of just rock intro. That's got to be really fast. It's got to be really short. And then I need transitions. So the whole show is always has to be under 10 minutes, but I have, 3 or 4 transitions where it's a couple of seconds long, where it goes from like one topic to the next. We go from like, oh, what did you read, to what do you think of novellas or something. And then so there's a little title will come up and it has to kind of whoosh through quite quickly. And a big problem with the music I've had is that if that is always the exact same thing, it's really tiring on the ears. So I think I need some like 3 or 4 slight variations so that it doesn't
Okay.
sound so stock and bought.
So those I would sort of call are like stabs.
Okay, cool. New
Need some
term.
stabs, yeah?
I need some stabs,
Or
man.
transitions. So I was thinking even just like one chord or something like, you know?
Yeah, but it's got to have maybe uh it might have to have a bit of an in and an out, because I need to fade it in and out. So if we were talking, then I need to have it come fade it quite quickly. It has to fade in, punch, fade out into the next bit of
So
talking,
what are we
so that
looking
it
at?
doesn't
Two
sound.
seconds? 5
I can
seconds?
listen. I can listen to one now. People won't be able to hear what I hear, will they?
That's fine. Here, what I can do though is post.
No, that's good. That's good.
I'll
I'll just
paste
listen to it and
a
actually
thing
time
in
it.
chat. Oh, I can't
So
do
it
it from
goes.
there.
That was 4 seconds. Hang on. Okay, 4. So if there was 5 seconds of music, then there's a fade in and a fade out. Because then I can. But that's it. I might need a couple of choices depending on what was on the screen. The last thing I need is the end sequence.
Hey,
So the
Deathbringer.
same music from the beginning to obviously go at the end, but then have a little bit of a longer trail out. So sometimes I do an outtakes or a comedy bit at the end, so it'll do the final title sequence, but then I'll put in the sort of funny clips at the end. So that would actually need to be more like a minute
A minute at the end.
long.
Okay.
Or 2 or 3. I
So
don't
I'm
know,
just
because
taking notes on all
if I can
this.
fade it out, then I've got options.
Right, right.
I don't know
Okay.
how hard it is to do the difference between 1 minute and 3 minutes. For me, longer gives me more flexibility.
So 1 minute and same sort of theme as the intro
Hmm.
for the end music. Okay.
Let me just time the intro.
And if you could paste the link to this video
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the chat, that'd be great. For some reason, I can't
I
log in through
will.
OBS.
Right. Intro is done after 11 seconds.
Yeah, Deathbringer, doing good.
So
We're just trying to do a quick little intro session. We're doing speed writing, as always. I'm writing some music for this video series intro, and we're just trying to get some notes on what to do. Thanks, Wild. Thanks for that link. Just trying to get some notes about what she's looking for and try and get started on it. We might not finish it today. We might do like a follow-up stream to kind of take it from where we leave off today and bring it to where we need it. What I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you might like this to be more guitar driven.
yeah, and kind of like drums, guitar, fast.
Right.
But the one I had, it does have a slight. What did it have? Like a little bit of a twang to it, so it's not taking itself too seriously. That
Okay.
doesn't make sense, does it?
Well,
This is how horrible clients are, everybody. We suck.
bit of a twang to it. Gonna write that down.
Oh, yeah.
And so how long are the stabs? Little transition pieces?
5 seconds.
5 seconds, okay.
But if it was, if it was 6, but as long as the stabbiest bit is in the middle, then I can fade in and out on either end.
Okay.
Editing wise.
We'll put accent in the middle, so it can fade in, out.
Yeah, and I'd need 3 or 4 of those. Like one that might be leading into a more serious topic, one that might be leading into something, hilarious. So am I talking about chickens in novels? Or are we talking
Right.
about the fact that we're writing trauma? So the lead-in type for the title sequence should reflect...
Wait, the lead-in for the title sequence?
Oh, sorry, for the stab.
The transitions, yeah, okay. A few different vibes. So maybe like funny one, sad one.
But all with based on that same intro music.
Right. So a funny one, a sad one, or are there any other things you might sort of throw out there for targets for the
just
vibe?
Basic, like a really just generic, normal.
Okay, generic, right.
Here is my top 10 books.
So let's say we'll maybe make 3 of those.
Yep.
3 transitions. We'll have one that's a little more neutral, and then one's a little more, silly.
Upbeat and a downbeat, yeah.
Yeah, and one's a little more, Okay, cool. So guitar-driven drums, I'm going to say probably electric bass.
Yeah. And the visuals, there's like a record spinning, an LP.
Uh-huh.
So, the idea of that sort of...
Okay, so visual with LP, so maybe some vinyl sounds.
Yeah, because I think
maybe like a needle drop at the beginning.
Sure.
Like, it's like the needle drops and the kind of thing.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
And that has that old radio. That has that old radio feel idea. Like this is the presser, so it's like that.
Okay, that's maybe a good mixing note. Old radio or telephone, kind of like vintage audio.
Yeah, cool, but not. We're still keeping with the rock thing.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe.
This isn't the BBC.
No, I was just thinking maybe for a certain instrument or something we could have, or in the beginning we could have the drums sound kind of old-fashioned before, like automate.
Yeah, if you do stuff, it might. Then I'll understand better.
Yeah, right.
I'm just gonna tweet out.
Like in the beginning when the needle drops, maybe have the drums sounding old-fashioned for a few seconds before sounding more modern. Could be a fun little transition to go with the visuals. All right, cool. So I have enough to at least get started on a groove for today. Sorry guys, started a little bit late today, so I don't have as much time as I normally do. But I'm at least going to set some parts, find some sounds, come up with a groove, that kind of thing, for this song. for this. We're going to start with the intro, and then what we can do is maybe take some excerpts from the intro to build some of those little transition pieces Wild Things needs for the middle of the video, and then we can look at making a slightly different arrangement for the outro music, or it might work out that pretty much the exact same thing for the intro could work as an outro. Lots of times that works,
Just needs to be a lot longer.
The outro needs to be longer. Yeah, that we can definitely do that. So it might even make sense what we're going to start writing here in the beginning might actually be the outro, and we might pare that down for the intro and just add some.
That'd be great.
Little tricks for the beginning. All right, or for the very beginning. So,
can I ask just one more thing?
Sure.
For that, can it loop?
Oh yeah, we're going to build this in Ableton scene, so everything loops.
A loop. Okay.
All right, cool. So I'm going to switch to my other overlay here, and let's get started finding some sounds. So by default, I always have a piano. Is that too loud? By the way, that's not clipping. Okay, cool. No, it's good. So yeah, we're going to start by usually doing some drums, I think. Wait, you can't hear the piano I just played?
No, I just muted my mic because I thought it would be easier while you're concentrating, but I didn't hear you just play the.
Are you watching the stream?
Okay, that'll be it.
Yeah,
this again is why I'm going to mute my mic.
All right, no problem. I'm just going to disconnect the call for now. But yeah, definitely hang out in the stream and let me know in chat if you think I'm on the right track. Okay, so I always have a piano set up by default to start work, just for ideas. I sort of think of the piano as like a nice blank template to start with. But for this, we're looking at rock, maybe a little hard rock kind of oriented thing, which if other producers out there probably know, is tough to do on MIDI compared to, if you can actually play those instruments. Which I can, but I'm not trying to get into all of that right now for a speed writing session. That's a decision you have to make on a case-by-case basis. Like if this were a professional thing, like somebody was hiring me to make like a rock mix for, like a big YouTube channel where they're like, yeah, we want this and whatever. I would get out the bass, get out the guitar. I'd maybe set parts on MIDI, like. Write parts on here and play scratch tracks. So like, okay, this is what the guitar is basically going to sound like. This is what the bass is basically going to sound like. Drums, whatever, and then go through and actually play them. Drums, I think, is a little easier to get away with doing MIDI because there's some really great drum stuff out there. And there is good guitar and bass stuff too. It's just a little harder to sell it, as like a real drum and bass. Bass and guitar. I think bass a little bit easier than guitar. So let's start with drums and bass, see if we can get a good sound for that. And then, we might follow up with some guitar. Another thing you can do is actually use a piano sound or a synth sound and put it through a guitar amp plugin. And that can make it sound enough like a guitar that you can get away with it. Certainly for something like this, which is just for fun, to help out another content creator have something original that fits the vibe of their video series. So, without further ado, let's start some drums. There's a lot of great, those of you who have Native Instruments Complete bundle. I'm actually still using one that's a few years old, but I still think it sounds great. I use it a lot, and I'm not trying to upgrade it all the time because it's expensive. But there's a lot of good drums in the complete package. There's the Abbey Road drums, like 60s, 70s, 80s, modern drums. There's Studio Drummer. There's a lot of great drum sets. They even have 50s. Right, cool. And Vintage Drummer. They all have slightly different vibe. I think for this one, I might try the Modern Drummer. We'll see how it sounds. And another cool thing with a thing like, drums like this is we can grab a groove check out that, and kind of cycle through some different kinds of... These all have really great energy, right? You could start with this. You know, that could definitely be a good starting point, you know? So, if we wanted, we could even just do something as simple as... Whoops. Dragging and dropping. You know? Already got a pretty cool vibe going on the drums. Although it is... Okay, it's not too loud, actually. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that for now. It's a basic groove. That's what we're trying to do, is get a vibe, and then we can go back and adjust it later. Only getting the drums in your right ear, huh? Let's see. Let me look at my... It should be coming through stereo. I mean, at least looking at the audio I'm getting in from... Oh, really? Weird. Here, I'm going to pan it, guys. I'm going to pan it all the way to the right. Or it's somehow reversed on this. And then I'm going to pan it to the other side. Now it's panned all the way to the left. It went to the left. Yeah, it's reversed. Okay, interesting. Okay, well that's a good note. Thanks, guys. Because the meters I'm getting in obs are pretty balanced. It's a little bit more on the... I don't even know what is right and left now. I may have crossed a couple cables. I can fix that easily, but my voice is centered. Weird. That's really weird. I wonder if there's... Is there some kind of panning that happens in OBS? Is there like a... Oh, Deathbringer. Right on. No, I'm friends with Brandon Vetrano. We connected last night, and he told me about what you guys are doing. Yeah, I don't really want to mix to mono, though. We're trying to do a music stream. Okay, well... Yeah, I went to college with Brandon. Way back in the day. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna leave it for now, and we'll try doing a troubleshooting later with the audio. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I know that guy, Toby, that moved to Hawaii. I also live in Hawaii. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to leave the drums for now. Sorry it's a little off, guys, but we're going to try getting some bass now. There's like also some contact basses that are good. There's like the Rickenbacker bass and stuff like that. That actually might be a good choice. Let's just do contact again. I feel like that's kind of punk, right? Or it's like the, I think they call it the Scarby. Or Rickenbacker bass. Yeah, okay, here we go. Alright. So... Wait, wrong one. Oh, and let's not forget to label our tracks. We have drums, bass, guitar. All right. Pretty dry. That might work though. I think having a super dry might work for this. We'll see though. So now let's just play around a little bit. course, I'm going for pentatonic. Why wouldn't we? Huh. The delay is driving me up the wall. Let's see if we can get away with 128. Yeah, it's weird because you can see my master meters when I play are totally centered. And what I'm getting through, it does look a little pan to the right in OBS. Why would that be? I don't know. Yeah, that's a good note though. I see that now in OBS that when the mix is in there. We'll sort that out for the next one, hopefully. Might just be a cabling issue. I mean, I suppose I could. You say there's no panning in OBS though, right? There's no way to there's no quick fix. No, I'm actually running. I'm running 2 instrument cables from the through on my headphone amp, which there's like a main mix into my headphone amp. I'm basically in a recording. I'm in the control room of a recording studio. So so basically I have a main mix that's mirrored from my monitors in the control room that goes to the headphone amp in the live room. So I've taken the through from the headphone amp into a separate audio interface that's connected to the separate computer that I'm streaming from, and I just do like a screen share to put Ableton up there. So the streaming computer that's streaming the audio that you guys are hearing is a separate computer from the audio rig that I'm working on, which is like my main recording setup. So that's why I'm thinking it might just be like a cabling issue or something. I can try A/B some cables after this, but let's see if there's a panning option. I don't think there is. Oh, there is. Look at that. So I'm going to pan it a little bit to the left to compensate. Let's see. How's that sound, guys? Turn it up a little bit. Now I'm getting equal, pretty much metering. Maybe a little skosh more. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It should be pretty even now. Other than that, we'll try it later. And say I just played something cooler than what I was playing before because I was distracted. I was like, alright, just play something. Let's put that down for now. That seems kind of cool. Okay, not bad. Kind of got a little bit of a time issue at the end, but other than that, I think it's a cool starting idea. What if we changed? What if we? Nah, that's better. Okay. Cool. So now comes our guitar. Well, let's hear the first one. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking that's kind of cool for a start. Let's see what we got in Kontakt for guitar. I don't really remember. Got a lot of basses. No guitar. I don't... Yeah, so typically I don't even play MIDI guitar because usually it's so bad. And I haven't really even looked into buying any because I usually just play the guitar. But we're on a speed writing mission, guys. So am I really going to plug in a guitar and start dealing with audio? Maybe. But we're going to try not to. Just looking through what I've got here. I have guitar-like instruments. Splice. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. But I'm going to try something even more ghetto. I'm going to put a guitar rig on the piano. And we're using a super ghetto Ableton piano sound. Yeah, I play guitar too, but the point here is just to do it as fast as possible. I got to put speed writing in the title. I never do that, but that's all I do on stream, speed writing. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, although you know what I think could work even better than a piano sound is a Rhodes sound. It's got a little too much stuff going on. I think. ROM fire. Pure ROM fire. This is going to be good. Let's try another one. I feel like that's got to be Rammstein. That's what that's about, right? Yeah, let's try a couple more. That might even be too much. Let's see if we can find a middle ground. AC box? Is this supposed to be AC/DC? I don't know whatever they're going for. Okay, it's not bad. What I want to do though is change from a piano to like a Rhodes, an electric piano sound. I think that's going to blend a little bit more. Well, part of it is the piano, man. The piano is just a little too much. We're going to go 2 addictive keys. And and actually here, let's turn off the guitar rig for a second and let's check out these selections because this is some funny. Yeah, that's what I want. Something with not so much sustain. Yeah. Let's try that. Yeah, that's already more what we want. Now we put the guitar rig on it and see what we can do from there. I was working backwards. Yeah, that's... Citrus, that's got to be an orange. It's going to be like an orange, yeah. A little crispy. What is this? Electric citrus. And if we really want to sell the guitar, you know, pitch bend is our friend. And when there's some reverb on there, it'll sell a little bit more too. Oh wait, can we turn that on? Oh, wait, it is on. Turn the brightness down. Yikes. Yeah, the thing with the pitch bend wheel is if you go for it too much, it's really obvious that it's not a guitar. So I might not, you know, try not to abuse that. But let's play around and see if we can find a cool part. Huh. Let's start with just doubling it. That's always a good move. Again, a timing issue at the end, but we'll fix that. Listen to that real quick. Okay, so no, what did I do? Let's bring it in then. 'Cause I kind of like that of two sound. A little syncopation at the end, a little more exciting. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate that. That's sort of like our intro. And we might just start with... Is it possible? The bass will not sound good down an octave. But if you want, we can try putting the guitar down an octave. Whoops. Sounds muddy to me. Now, one other thing we could put in here that might be kind of fit the rock vibe is an organ, and that might kind of fill it out a little bit and give something sustained, which would be, I feel like, is what it kind of needs right now. And the drums are a little wild, you know. Obviously, we got to go through and make something a little more natural sounding with that, and we can build it off loops because it's, you know, speed writing rather, and we can go and adjust the parts by hand if there's little transitions we want to massage and stuff. So let's find a cool organ. Actually, you know, I never used I think we're just all about Kontakt today. Let's see. I think there is an organ in here. I never use it though. Vintage organs, yeah. Classic rock. Let's try basic rock. Yeah, kind of like a Doors vibe kind of thing. Although so far, I don't know if it's funny, I've been watching the show a lot lately. You guys know that show, Would I Lie to You? This almost has the vibe of that intro. Just like rocky, really sparse. It's a little simpler than that, so it's probably better. But anyway, let's see what we can do with this. I think what we want to do is duplicate this, and I think the organ's going to be like our main melody for this section. So A section organ melody. That's cool. Yeah, let's do something like that. Yeah, so I was kind of goofing around there at the end, but sometimes you get cool ideas like that. So I'm just going to grab one of those first ones. Kind of like these two, maybe. Kind of the same. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so now the guitar, I don't think... Oh, we got this guitar. Guitar. We'll put that in quotes. Oh, that's my alarm. I gotta go soon. All right. So we're gonna change the guitar from being the line that we doubled in the intro. I'm sort of imagining the intro going something like this. I'm gonna kind of DJ it with my mouse. Yeah, so it kind of builds up like that, and obviously the drums have to do something different because it's a lot of the same. Now let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay. So now just what I want to do, the last thing I want to do today, because we've got an intro and like started building a groove for it, which I think is upbeat and sounds exciting. Like, hey, we're about to hear something cool, you know, like a rock news thing. And that's partly why I was experimenting a lot with the repeated notes on the organ. Whoops. Was because I was almost thinking like a news, you know, kind of like those strings that come in with a news thing, like, oh, it's suppressor, you know, ding, 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 ding. But I don't think it was really coming across, and it's just a little too nutty. But I still feel like we have something exciting we're about to hear. You know, that's the vibe we're getting. But I'm going to try and get a little bit of guitar chords. Maybe just like a funky line. Ha. Woo! Okay. Yeah. I thought chords, but I think a line is better, just not the exact same line. Ah! Okay, I think I've got it. Dun, 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 dun. That wasn't it. Whoopsie daisies. Try that again. Okay, I got it. The one before that. Okay, so maybe we can duplicate this, put this guitar here, and then that'll make more sense. And honestly, that would kind of make, just that could be a cool transition. Kind of fade in. And obviously, drums chill out. That's definitely the next step, is to fix the drums. So, yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it today. I'd say we achieved our goal. We found some sounds quickly, placed them quickly. Found a groove quickly, placed a couple parts on a groove that's starting to have some vibe. And if we don't like the sounds, the way they're meshing, and we don't think we can just fix that with EQ or compression or those kind of things, oh, time to go, then we try it with doing a real guitar. But we'll do that next time when we have more time to lay either down a real guitar and do some audio. And who knows, maybe we can even get an engineer for that session. It's always fun to have an engineer. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys, and hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll finish it up next time. All right, bye.